upset stomach, Iberocast. Indigestion, Iberocast. Bloating, Iberocast. Makes a unique combination of herbs. Iberocast helps release such as digestive symptoms. Iberocast. Powerful.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Great Academy Varsity football practice. Join us now. So, Bob, what was it like tackling your son? Please explain to everyone. That was scripted, right? This is something that's a brand new tradition that started. We think, from some other schools, and so I said a couple moms say would be interested, and everybody said interested. So I asked our coach if we could do a family fun night and let the moms tackle the varsity team, and he was in. So we did. JP, it was funny. It was fun. And she hit me pretty hard outside. I told her scared that my liver was going to try to lower her shoulder. And so she actually did a pretty good job off her breath. You know, it's surprising that the wind start. I mean, it came out tonight. It was different. We were just so excited. Don't have your moms yet. I think it's kind of cool. It's a tradition. Other schools have done, but you started at cruising your new field. But you put a list into his athletic career, didn't you? Wouldn't it be great to participate for the first time? Absolutely. That's it. And it was a lot. It was neat to get to be a part of it. Oh my gosh. So, JP, what year are you? I'm a senior. Oh, where are you going to play next year? I don't know. I've been talking to a few colleges. Take one started out stadium. About going to nice. Was this a success, JP? You think you're going to do forever? I think so. I think that was a great event. I think everyone had fun. We did there. There was an ice cream truck. Have a nice a lot of ice. It's so crowded. Oh, I am. Well, with the interval program, we got a great coach, the athletic program. So, South Carolina. Great to come back. New details on a interim request that killed 3 people. Officials say the illegal immigrant charged with confident and major shortcomings on his driver's test. So why was he given a commercial license? Question a lot of people are asking this morning. Good morning, I'm Dana Marino. Welcome to us all. Good morning again. The story has some embarrassing. I'm no illusion. This is America.
Not a lot going on here. A few ships. I went and got 2 ships this morning. Got them posted. As you can see, it's kind of dark, windy. Not the best. That line across here, that's a wire in the distance. I went and got 2 ships this morning.
really that, they always see so dismissive of three Americans, three innocents that were lost because of the law. California.
Here comes Justin. Good morning, Justin.
So,
How you doing?
nothing, just got home.
Just got home from being a monitor on the bus.
Yeah, I'm back on my bus now, I guess.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Did the kids recognize you or remember you?
Oh, it's the same kids from last year,
Okay. Good. Well, you're more comfortable there anyway, aren't you?
yeah. I don't really care either way, to be honest. As long as I'm getting my hours, I don't care.
One bus is just like any other bus, huh?
Well, not necessarily. Some kids are worse than others, but ain't nothing I can't deal with. They it says as long as I'm getting my hours, I don't really care either way.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you got back earlier than normal.
I wouldn't be back for probably another 30 minutes. But I go in earlier on this route.
Well, good.
I go in at 12:30 instead of 2:30, so
saying a limited term CDL in 2024. You have people that are in Congress that are.
So anything else new with you?
nah, not really. About it.
Yeah, it's kind of cloudy and cool here. A little bit windy.
It's hot here. Well, it's not hot, but it's getting warmer.
It's 65 degrees here.
It's 82 here with a high of 96 today.
Wow. We got a high maybe of 72 degrees today.
See if we have any storms coming in today. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's clear skies today.
Here comes Joe. Good morning, Joe.
Morning.
What's up, Jody?
We got Jody, only one, and just
Yep.
Yeah, he said he didn't get a notification. That happens sometimes.
Justin's Robo Bus Cop.
You what?
I'm gonna call you Robo Bus Cop.
I'm back on my bus today.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I was listening to the first few minutes where Paul talked about the weather, and like he does every time he starts the stream. It's exactly the same. And then you got Lance going to work.
You know, I thought I was supposed to be going to the airport today, but everything's a day behind. My car is being picked up today, not yesterday. I'm going to the airport tomorrow, not today. Summer screws me up.
Paul, he's getting like you.
I am getting like Paul.
What, are you on your way to the airport now?
No,
No, I don't. I don't go till tomorrow. I'm gassing my car up
Yeah.
because I've got to go. In fact, my speech therapist lady doesn't think I'm coming in today because I had an appointment with her yesterday, and I said I'll see you next week. And she said, "Do you come in this week at all?" I said, "No." She said, "Okay, I'll see you next week." Well, she's going to be shocked to see me at 2:00 today.
Wouldn't you be better off just not to go? She's not expecting you.
There you go, because the deductible's ridiculous.
I wouldn't go.
No, if you've already said goodbye to her and you're only talking about
Joe, you would go. This gal's a hottie. You would
I'd be there in a minute. I'd be there 4 days a week.
Yeah.
I'd have to take a day break though.
She's about 5 foot, all of 100 pounds.
That's the worst ones.
Real cutie though. I'm gonna get gas, and she's married. I'm gonna get gas. I'll be right back.
That's the worst ones, man. They're mean. When they're 5 foot. Yeah, the one I'm dealing with right now, she's about 5'1". And boy, she got an attitude.
Really?
Yeah, she like I said, she's the CEO. You know,
What's up, Warren?
she's got that CEO attitude.
Oh, it's like
Hey, Warren.
they're like a chihuahua. They gotta show their,
Right.
Show
show their
dominance.
ass.
Yep.
Hey, thank you, Justin. I'm gonna tell her that.
Oh, you remind her. She reminds you of a chihuahua.
I'm gonna tell her that next time she gives me a face. I'm gonna say, you see, you're mad at me. I know something's going on. You're like a little chihuahua, you know? I'm gonna say that, and well, I'm gonna get pinched or something. Last time I told her I was mad at her, I said I left when you started saying I got this to the way you said it. I said, because I wasn't dealing with it. That's when she was started laughing next to me and started rubbing me on the arm. And then stayed there for a few minutes, and all she was doing was rubbing my arm and pinching my arm and talking to me and grabbing me on. So I'm gonna make sure I tell her something. I call her a chihuahua. I might get hugged. I don't know.
Or you might get bitten.
No. That'd be all right. I said no. I said no. No. No.
Warren says you've got blue scrub fever.
No, this is Johnny. Oh, she's not a nurse. She's not a nurse. She's a CEO. Actually, the CEO of a hospital, but no, this blue scrub fever was the last nurse that came in my room the night before I left. When she come walking in, Lord help me. I'd have stayed another week if she'd have been my nurse.
Yeah, my speech lady, she's got a daughter at Colorado, University of Colorado, same age as my daughter over there. And they shipped her down last week, and they shipped her car down last week. So her and I have a lot of that in common.
Wow. A lot of shipping cars.
A lot of shipping cars, yeah. So the next time you see a bunch of cars on one of those semi trucks being pulled down to somewhere, you know that's probably what's going on. A lot of college kids shipping their cars to and fro.
Shoot, when I was growing up, if I was going somewhere, I didn't ship it. I had to drive it.
Yep, exactly.
I had to go to 29 Palms from New Orleans. I drove from here all the way there.
How long did that take you?
Almost 3 days. Stopped in Houston the first night. The only reason I stopped in Houston because my my uncle was a mechanic. I just had him check it out real quick. We stayed there, and I left the next morning, stopped in Fort Stockton, Texas. And that was late at night, and I felt like I was driving forever. And that's a little more than midway across the state.
They say Duluth. They say Duluth is the armpit of the United States. I think it's 29 Palms.
I like 29 Palms. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So dusty.
It's desolate.
Yep. But I love Juniper. Juniper, what is the park? Juniper. It's right there at 29 Palms.
Juniper. You're talking about Joshua Tree?
Park?
Joshua Tree?
Joshua Tree. Yep.
Joshua
Yeah.
Park.
Joshua Tree National Forest.
I love Joshua Tree. And again, that's desolate and dusty, but it's cool.
Well, I used to have only thing I had with me, I had a 22 caliber pellet pistol that I had with me. And I used to drive up. I had a Vega with a hatchback, Chevy Vega with a hatchback. And I had a military the thing you put over the hammocks to screen, right? For mosquitoes and things, for bugs.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
I would do is I would go out there, and at nighttime I'd go out there to bring whatever I was going to bring with me to, like a MRE or something out there to eat in case I stayed. And I'd bring my drinks in an ice chest, a couple of drinks in an ice chest. It was basically water at the time. And I'd go up at the top of it in Joshua Tree like that and find me a place, nobody around, and it'd be right before nighttime. And I'd open that hatchback up, and I had a pillow in the back and a blanket in the back if I needed it, and I'd put that screen thing on top and hang it down. I had magnets that held it onto the car to keep it tight, and I actually has magnets sewn into it, so I just hook it up like that with the magnets, and I'd lay there at nighttime, and I tell you what, boy, you see some stars. And it's cool and it's comfortable. And,
Oh yeah.
You know, it was unbelievable.
So a good friend of mine was what do you call the guy that runs the base, the captain or whatever? What do you
Commanding general.
Would be a general? He wasn't a general.
Commanding general. He might have been like the chief of staff.
He was probably chief of staff. He ran the base back in the. I believe he was. Can you be a colonel and be a colonel and be about 35 years old?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah. And he ran 29 Palms, and his wife and his wife and my wife had babies about the same time. She had twins, and of course we had one daughter. But her dad was my wife's boss at one point at Kodak, and real tragic story. The gal who had the twins died of melanoma when the twins were 2 years old. Wow. So my daughter and the twins were 2 years old together. And my wife's boss's daughter died young, and real tragic. And not only that, but his son, he had 2 kids. His son was killed in a car wreck when he was 15, about 15 years earlier. So he had to bury both of his kids, which is real sad. And then, of course, this is the guy that died a year ago this month. He died a year ago at the end of the month. So the guy that my wife worked with, and he was really good friends of ours. I mean, he lives right down the street. And his wife, we do stuff with his wife all the time now to keep her occupied, so she's not lonely. She comes over for pizza night almost every Friday. And we entertain her, but real tragic story. And then he remarries eventually and has about 3 more kids. Is stationed in Hawaii, was stationed in Hawaii, and then retired from there, and now lives on the peninsula here in Washington. He's out of the military now. He's out of the Marines, but good guy.
Yep.
But just a tragic story for my buddy Tom, who was the dad. Had buried both of his kids.
Yep.
And then he married that we have pizza with, and my wife introduced them because she worked for my wife. My wife worked for Tom, and so Tom needed to go around with my wife to the different stores, that had Kodak film, and meet the reps that were filling the stores. And Beth was one of those people, and they fell in love and got married. It was kind of a. So at the service, basically, my wife was ground zero of why all those people were together.
Wow.
She introduced the two of them.
Hey, Lance, something must be up. Who was it? Where did I see it yesterday? Adorama, maybe? Not Adorama. Best Buy. Best Buy has you can buy a Mini 4 Pro combo.
Mini 4, okay.
And it's like $1,000 for the Flymore combo at Best Buy. They got them available.
That's not a bad price, is it?
No, it's not.
So they're trying to get rid of them to bring in the Mini 5s.
But my question is this: where they got them? Where did they get them? How they get them?
Yeah, good question. And I don't know enough about the Mini 4 because I didn't really do any research. Does that camera rotate, or does it do
No.
it in post?
Oh, it does. It does do the vertical.
But it does it inside the camera. It doesn't rotate the camera, though. Is that correct?
Couldn't tell you.
I think
Where's Mark when we need him?
Yeah, because the reason I like the 3 Pro, the Mini 3 Pro, is you don't lose resolution because the resolution because the the camera actually rotates, but I don't think the 4 does. I think they crop it.
Yeah. Well, from what I'm hearing on some of the streams and what Johnny heard and what other people have heard that might know something, is that Lauren even came up with it. Now, Lauren said the Mini 5 might be November now.
Okay.
But they were saying September, right?
Yeah.
And the Mini 5 is going to blow minis out the water. And but the word is that after September, that the drones will start coming back in, and by December, the bans are going to be lifted and all of that. That's what they're hearing.
And the tariffs? Do you think the
I
tariffs?
don't know about that. I don't think the tariffs are going to make a difference with the drone.
Yeah. I talked to Johnny this morning at 4 a.m. He called me. I sent him a video on my Sphere, and pretty soon my phone's ringing. And he says, "What are you doing now?" He says, "What time is it there?" I said, "It's 4." He says, "Okay." He says, "It's 6 here, and I'm having coffee."
Yeah.
So I'm having coffee on that deck, waiting for his daughter is a volleyball coach at the high school
at Hammond High.
Yeah, and she was, he was telling me about how they're remodeling the gym. They've got to put air conditioners in or something, and so the gym is completely shut down, and they've got to travel to different venues. Another high school down the street, and
yeah, I know that's what he was telling me. He was telling me that when they play, because Mandeville's playing at Hammond this year for volleyball, and he's telling me I have to come shoot pictures.
There you go. Yep. Get to coach.
Yeah. Well, the assistant coach, right? She's the girl in the Mandy Milkshakers.
Okay.
The one that grabbed me on the ass and like to lift me off the ground.
Oh, the assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think his daughter's the head coach, right?
Actually, she slapped me. I shot a picture, turned around, I saw Lauren in the back, the coach's wife, and as I backed up to get a picture of Lauren, man, I had a hand, took the whole right cheek of me. Slapped me and lifted me up. I turned around and said, "Whoa, I don't know you that good." You know?
Yeah.
And then the next parade I caught her in, I saw her and I got over in a different rope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was falling out when I did that. When I moved over, I said, "I'm not getting within arm's reach of you." She goes, "Next time I'm gonna grab you." Like that. But she's a boy, she's a kick. A black woman, about 5'6", 5'5", and kind of a little bit big. And boy, she got a punch.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay, Paul. I've got to go take my wife to work, which she works from 1 mile from our house. That's where her school is. And then my daughter will have a car because my daughter's got a massage appointment because her car is being picked up this morning. She won't have a car, so I'm gonna have to go do that here pretty soon. So I'll be off for about 10 minutes while I run my wife to work.
Hey Warren, I liked my Vega. My Vega was cool.
Morning, Warren. Morning, Sunstar. Morning.
And don't forget your controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunstar's not in here.
That's a first.
All you got is Warren and Jody.
Morning,
Or
Jody.
maybe Frank. It's one of the two.
Frank, Jim. Jim's not in.
No, not yet. Well, I'll tell you what, this is my life right now. I don't know what's going on. But I mean, last night I'm laying there at 3:15 in the morning, just laying in bed 'cause I can't sleep.
Oh,
This sucks.
Is that Justin? It's Saturday. What's he doing up?
I know. You got up early on a Saturday.
I heard him groan.
I was laughing
Yeah.
at something. Hold on here.
Well, at least he's paying it. He was like Paul. Paul was sitting there when you were telling the story about the boss. Paul was in there just daydreaming.
Seriously, I challenge you to try and find one thing that everybody can agree on.
Pizza tastes better than dog shit. Listen.
Yeah. Well, I don't know for a fact, but I guess it would.
Okay, guys,
I know
I'll
it
be back
smells
in a
better.
bit.
Said pizza tastes better than dog shit.
Yeah. But when he was telling the story about the girl dying and all of this, Paul was just kind of zoned out. I don't even know why he got a stream because he just sits there. He just wants to hear people, but he don't pay attention to them.
I was
And
on
he's
the
getting
phone.
worse. Yeah, Justin, he's getting worse too, you know?
Yeah, don't surprise me.
What got me was who was it? What was it? TJ asked Lance yesterday, or day before yesterday. I watched the morning when I wasn't there. And he asked Lance, what's going on with the car? Y'all selling your daughter's car like this? And Paul comes back and says, they've been talking about that for a long time. The car's being shipped down there, and he gave him the whole story, right? Now, how can Paul remember all of that shit, but he can't remember how to start the computer? You know? So tell me who's faking it, you know what I mean? He remembers stuff, he remembered details. How can he remember details like that? The details of it. But he can't remember how to pin a string. Like, that he does 700, so it's 730 times a year.
What channel did you say that was? TJ was on the panel the other day.
JJ's drones. Yeah, what they did about it is that he was getting
Dude,
confused,
there's
right?
a lot of JJ drone channels, so I don't know which one.
Yeah, I
it
couldn't
is.
tell you. When I find it again, I'll send it to you. But what happened was he got a little confused near the end of the show, and they started kind of feeding him stuff to make him confused. And he was like, he was trying to laugh, and it just kept kind of picking at him, you know.
I don't know which one it is, man. There's so many of them.
Wait, I'll find it for you. 'Cause I think I've got it as a favorite or as a subscription. Is it enough? It is it. It's JJ's Lifted Horizons.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
When was this live stream? Like a couple weeks ago or something?
Yeah, this was like a couple days ago. Let me look for it. This was the last one, 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. I found it. DJ's on there.
Yeah, and go to the near the end, you'll see what I'm talking about. It just seemed like they were just playing with them, like making it sounded like they were making fun of them. That's what it was. Now we make fun of them in a way, but not the same way it sounded there, you know. Now, granted, TJ was really confused, you know.
All right. I gotta jump off. I gotta make a couple calls real quick.
Oh Lord help me.
I'll catch y'all later.
Later. I was hoping he was the host. Well, it looks like it's just me. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably, this is the best part about it. He hasn't made me a co-host in a while. If I'm not a co-host, we're in a world of shit. Now he's got me as a co-host. I want to get off right now and come back, leave it like this, and wait till he comes back. Get off right now, just leave it. Wait for him to come back. Hey TJ, come on here. You won't have to laugh because Paul's not here. I'm gonna do it like this. And then I'll get up and sit on the other side and leave the chair, leave Paul's chair there too. Have two Paul's chairs. What do y'all think? Well, I tell you, that hurricane, it's going towards the East Coast. Well, I'm so glad it's turning. Because if it was going to hit the East Coast, it'd be a terrible one. See where it's at, how close it's going to get. Because it's going to brush the Outer Banks. Yeah, the Outer Banks are going to get some waves and some hellacious storm surge. And the one that I was worried about for us, looks like that wave dissipated, which is kind of good. I'm gonna share it and go back. That's where it's at right now. That's where it's at right now. And it's gonna brush the Outer Banks right here. Now look at that sucker right there. That sucker's like a 5. And I don't know how that can be that big. That's cold water. I don't know how it can be a 5. Then it just shoots. Look at that. What's this? Boom, shoots is gone. But then I'm looking for us. The date that we worry about is the 29th. Because it seemed like all of a sudden around the 29th we get one. They got this one down here trying to do something. Look at another one. That's something else right there. I'm at 122, 102, 102. So 108. Look at that. Yeah, that sucker's forming right there, whatever it is. 114 is going away. This one here is gonna looks like it's going up too. Yeah. Yeah, it's going up good. So that's the 26th. That's the 27th. Okay. So 28th. So we should be good. We should have a 29th storm good. It seems like 29th storms that hit us a category 3s and above.
for Russia, they think it's gonna take a lot longer to get arranged. Now,
Yeah, I'm going 6 hours at a time.
Augusta as a possible location, though no
That's the 30th, so we're good.
Secretary Caroline Level was asked yesterday. if
And that right there, let's see what that does. At 264. Yes, breaking up and going out to C2. Because usually if something pops up right here, it comes straight across. This area right here, boy, woo, woo. They're catching hell. That's good because my son, the boat he's on, because of the storms right now, they got him back at port. So he may not get out for a while. There's all of this stuff here. Man.
The White House assures that there will be no U.S. boots on the ground on Ukraine, but the president did say that their support could be a possibility. Now, reports that one
Let's see.
guarantee
Well, it's looking good for us. That's all the way to September 3rd.
flags not under data, and then the U.S. surveyed their plan. Yeah, all right, Alex, I'll pay much attention to that. Thank you.
Yeah. That's all the way up to September 5th. So it looks like we're clean for a while.
Still together, announced that in a boom last night in a memo. Alex, let me bring it back to
That's the best because I don't have to, that means I might have to worry about stuff. But everything coming off right now, they're looking at the guys on right now, saying everything looks like it's going to be going into Atlantic.
I gotta tell you, you have to wonder if those guys are one, they're not surprised, but also that can really affect their bottom line. Yeah, absolutely. And this is clearly something that
We don't have Brenda yet,
gotten about this administration hasn't either. They're really
and nobody's showing up this morning. Paul must be pissing people off.
she released a memo yesterday that went out with new security clearances from past and present officials. This is something she says is part of the, accusation. She puts it.
Yeah, Paul's out flying that ship, and he just left me after Justin just left, so I'm kind of stuck.
His family in relation to the 2016 Russia probe. We do have officials there, CIA.
I didn't get a ding.
Council all included on this list. She shared on X last night being entrusted with the security clearance is a
It popped up, but it never made any noise.
correction.
You should be in.
All right, thank you so much.
I got you here. There you go.
Okay. That here, can you hear me?
Yeah. He. I was gonna just put Paul's chair on there and get up and leave. Actually, I was thinking about just getting off and leaving it like that until Paul came back.
Okay, let's see.
I got to do my varsity order today. I'm 2 days late on it. I'm usually never late on these things. I got it all set up, ready to go. I just got to go through the whole thing,
Yeah,
I got to take it one by one and put it in and double check it as I do it so I don't have to go back over it to make sure I get all. And then yesterday I did the whole thing, put it in, and realized I'm short one JV picture in that order. So I'll order the JV picture in this order. I may give them a freshman picture because I got an extra freshman picture.
yeah.
And then if they want the JV, I'll give them a JV. Looks like a steer.
Yeah.
That's
So
on the Air 2S.
On the Air 2S, yeah. I want to get closer to the buildings, but I'm kind of afraid to fly too close because I want to look like I'm diving the building,
Yeah.
but I'm not brave enough to get. But I like this little edit here.
Yeah, if you're close to the building, look like you were diving it.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what that new 360 drone's gonna do.
Yeah, this is actually the anti-gravity. I just haven't told anybody yet.
If you had the anti-gravity drone, you'd be right next to that building.
Okay. Did I unshare?
Tournament on Sunday. He's blaming an
Yeah.
creatine on his performance.
Okay.
So I take creatine also.
So last night I'm in pain, my arm hurt and everything. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm still awake, you know. Finally, I went to sleep. And so I got about 3 hours sleep. That's what I got. Night before last, I was doing my pills for the week. And I said, I'm missing something. The aspirin I take. When the ex-wife and them came here looking for something in there for me, they knocked it over in the back and they didn't pick it back up. So I probably haven't been taking the aspirin in a couple of weeks. So I put that back in there. And I looked up top and I found a box of goodies, nighttime pain relief that my son used to have. So I took one of those night before last, right?
Mm-hmm.
About 11 o'clock at night, I took one. It's got something in it to help you sleep. Woke up at 10 in the morning.
It helped you sleep.
Yeah, but I don't want to sleep that long.
No.
It was like 11 hours. And if something would have happened, I'd have never known. I guarantee you. They're showing a daytime car theft in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Woman was cleaning her car, a Cadillac. And she went inside. She had the back open. The guy comes walking up to the car, rifle in his hand. Okay, he's got a rifle in his hand. I can't tell what kind because it's on his side. Gets in the car and figures out how to do it and leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you see, if I saw somebody walking up to my car, she saw it on a Ring camera. Call the police, she didn't go back outside, right?
Yeah.
See, what I would have done, let me tell you what I would have done. I would have walked outside after he got in the car, and I'd have had to get a new windshield. Because I'd have took him down through that windshield. I'd have put 20 bullets in it.
Yeah, people are so crazy to be so brave to do, right in the middle of the day.
They figure there's no consequences. Let people start shooting these people, and it will calm down. Because it's calmed down in Florida. Because you're afraid to do something because you know you're gonna probably get shot because the police are telling you to shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
Grady says if the guy's carjacking you and you got a gun with 20 bullets in it, I'll shoot all 20. You did shoot him 20 times, you've got 20 bullets. I watch these Instagrams that's got the cops where the guy pulls a gun on the cops.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, some of these cops are brazen the way they shoot back. This one guy come out of the car with a rifle, right? The cop pulled a gun, pop, got him one time with first shot, right? The guy hits the ground, he's screaming, right? Guy gets up with the rifle. Guy gets up again after being shot, and you see the cop go, da, 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 and you see he's got hit. He's got hit all the time. Goes back down, comes back up. Da, 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 da. You know? The other guy, there was another one that it was a good one. The guy's in the car and the female's in the car, and he's getting the license, and the other cop walks around and tells the other guy, I need you to get out the car. All of a sudden, he takes off around the car. Guy comes out and starts shooting at him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's on the other side of the car laying down. The guy's shooting at him, but he don't know he's laying on the ground. The cop shoots under the car and hits him. Hits him from under the car. See, he got hit. Boom. And then when the guy turns around to look for the cop run around the other side of the car, had a dead shot at him. The guy wasn't even looking. And the cop, I guarantee he put 17 bullets in him. Tat, 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 tat. Till the guy stopped moving. See, and that's my son. My son, that day that they chased that car, and the guy come out of the car and he was looking at the ground and he went to go on the ground. My
Yeah.
son said, I'm gonna put 17 bullets in you. On the body cam, he said, I'll put 17 bullets in you if you go to the ground. I'm all right, man. I'm all right, man. I'm hurt. He said, well, you walk yourself up here. He said, you better not be looking at that ground for nothing. I know there's something there. And the guy said, nothing there. And the guy looked back at the ground and said, I'll put 17 bullets in you. Just like that, the guy came up. And when the guy came up, he had him turn around. He had him turn around when he got about 10 feet from him, right? And he said if the guy would have moved, he would have shot him. That's what it was. And they put him in cuffs, and the guy had a separated shoulder, right? And he said he didn't know he had a separated shoulder, but he could tell the way he was acting, he had a separated shoulder. When he started putting him down on the ground.
Yeah.
So they went back over there, and where that guy was looking, there was a 9mm sitting on the ground. So he was trying to decide, do I try to get this,
Yeah. Morning,
The
Edward.
other guy-
Morning, Pickles.
Yeah, the other guy had gone through the windshield and I don't know if he was ejected. I don't know if it was through the windshield, but he was on the ground. He couldn't do anything. He had a broken femur.
That would hurt.
Ever tell you about the one broken femur that was freaky? Got a call to a nursing home. Okay.
Okay.
They said it was a 97-year-old woman hurt her leg. She was in bed. We get there, and I get there and I look at her. She's laying in bed and she's got tears in her eyes. She's kind of crying, but she's not really physically crying. I said, "Baby, what's going on? Your leg hurt? What's going on with it?" Like that. And she had a little gown on, and her sister was there. She was 93. Her sister was 89. Okay. Yeah, she fell and hurt her leg, and she couldn't walk on it anymore, so they put her in bed. I said, what time this happened? They said this was like 8 o'clock at night. They said happened about noon. So she had a broken femur all those hours, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it, and the leg's a little bit bigger than the other one, swelling a little. And I looked at her and I said, "Can you lift your leg?" And she said, "No." I said, "Can you lift your other leg?" She goes, "Yeah." She lifted it. I said, "Just try." I put my hand on top of her leg and said, "Does that hurt?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Try." I said, "I don't want to do nothing to hurt you right now, but try to lift it a little bit." And when she started to lift, I could feel the paradoxal, where the top started to move, but the bottom wouldn't. And I said, "I think you broke your leg." And I knew it was a femur. Now, femur is a special deal. You got so many arteries going around there. So you have to put them in a traction splint. That's the splint you put them in, right?
Yeah.
And I said, so go get me a traction splint. I think it's a femur. Like that. And her leg was real thin, but that one was a little bit swollen.
Mm.
So I looked at it and I said, I'm going to do something. I said, it's probably going to hurt you and I'm sorry, but I got to try this. And I went to pick up the leg and I moved it and I could tell it was the femur. And she screamed, right? And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to hurt you like this." I said, "Now I got to put a splint on you." I said, "And when I put this splint on you, it's going to hurt. I can't help that. But if I don't put this splint on you, I can't move you." I said, "Because it'll hurt you more to move you." I said, "It's going to hurt you for a couple of seconds, and then you're going to tell me it doesn't hurt anymore. So what you got to do is pull the bones apart."
Ooh.
So I get this traction splint. And this is the best part about it. I've got to get it under her leg, all the way up into the crease underneath the cheek, right?
Yeah.
Now that did not go over well because I'm sliding it in, so I'm barely lifting the leg in that, but I got to get in there, and there's a strap that comes around, and it's right in the crease of where her leg meets that I got to tie it up, right? All I'm telling you is this. I had 2 pair of gloves on,
Specific evidence.
and when I got my hand up there, she started hollering I was raping her. You know, because she had nothing on underneath. And her sister says, "No, baby, he's trying to fix this. He's not doing nothing to you, babe. No, he's not touching me. He's not supposed to be doing that." I said, "Baby, I gotta put this strap on you. If I don't get the strap on you, we can't move you." I said, "I'm gonna have somebody else coming in. You're not gonna like it. You know, when we do it, you know."
Mm-hmm.
So I got this strap underneath there. Finally got the strap underneath there and got it all tightened. She's having a fit, and I put it on I put it on a what you call it, foot, and I start cranking that sucker. And she's hollering, "But my leg hurts with the splint." No, I said, "It's gonna stop hurting." I said, "Tell me when it stops hurting." And I'm just cranking that thing, and she looked at me. She goes, "It don't hurt anymore." I said, "Okay." Locked it in place. I said, "Now that's what I was doing to stop the pain. Got the bone off that other bone like this." And she was tears. 93 years old in tears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got her onto the stretcher, brought her into the hospital, and it was a broken femur, you know. But it took me from the time I got there to the time I could get her in an ambulance almost 35 minutes. Yeah, I like that. And usually a case like that, we'd have them in a unit in 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, femur, the biggest bone in the body. Boy, hard to break
Yeah,
that one.
I tell you what, I've had the traction about 10 of them. And when you do a traction splint, man, I tell you, these people, I don't care who they are, they're crying. You could see the difference when you start pulling. If you got your hand on, you could feel the leg, you could feel the bone rubbing. Then all of a sudden, that one click, and it comes off of it, and they say, "Stop! It didn't hurt anymore. Don't hurt anymore." It's just as soon as you get that bone from touching each other. But you want to have a little bit of separation in it, and it's very microscopic, the separation at that point. Because if you have too much separation in there and the leg moves, an artery might get pinched off in there and tear.
Oh,
So, and if you don't, the artery might get pinched off in there and tear. And then you got a bigger problem. You know? Yeah, that was a
Yep.
that was a fun job.
Bedtime with friends, asking children. And 45
When I first went there, my cousin was a basic at the time. When I first decided to do it, to go EMS, and he called me and he said, "Hey, they're hiring right now." He said, "You got to go to training." He said, "The training that usually takes 9 months, it's going to be like 45 days." I said, how are you going to do that in 45 days? They said, "Altogether, it's going to be maybe 3 months total by the time you get certified in that." I was the last person got accepted into the class because of prior military. Prior military got me in the class. And they had people, I bumped people, you know. They
yeah.
had 2 or 3 people they had bumped just because I got in, just because I was military. And the first night I get there, the book's about this thick, you know, EMS emergency medical. I get there and they go, and it told us it's going to be a rush course. We went on Wednesday night and Saturday morning. That's what we did. That was the days we went. So that's all we had, those 2 days. But they crammed it. And the first night I got there and we started going through this book, I was like a deer in the headlights. Now I knew the stuff my cousin had told me for a couple of years. I've been listening. But it was deer in the headlights. I had no clue. And I'm talking 4.0 student in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I get back home, my wife looks at me and she goes, "What's the matter?" I said, "I have no clue." I said, "I'm so lost." I said, I opened the book up. I said, "Give me a highlighter." I went and got a highlighter, right? And I said, I could remember what she said. I'm confused. Like this. So I went through those like 40 pages we went over that night. And everything she talked about that I could remember, she highlighted on. I started highlighting stuff. And then I went back over and read that again a couple of times. When I went back in that Saturday, we went back over a little bit of it, and then we went into the next part because we were doing chapters each class. We went through the next part, and I had that highlighter with me. And as she was saying something, I highlight the stuff she emphasized. I started understanding it by highlighting it because I was refreshing. Those were the high points. High points is all I had to learn. And then by the time the class was over with, it was like second nature, everything. When I went to registry the first time, I got to registry. I'm sitting there. My blood pressure was like 110/60. My pulse was like 55. And I'm just sitting there. And they looked at me and said, "You're nervous?" I said, "Nope." I said, "Why? I know everything. I know what I'm supposed to know."
Were you good at memorization?
Yeah. Let me tell you how good I was. Medicaid numbers are 14 digits. Okay. After I was on a couple of years, if they gave us a call to somebody, I'd look at it, see who it was, and I started filling out the report and I put in their Medicaid number. I could remember their 14-digit Medicaid number. Tell me that ain't crazy.
One thing at one time, huh?
Well, let's transport them 2 or 3 times. Knowing the
Oh.
numbers. I started writing it all in.
Gotcha.
They give me they give me the Medicaid card. I look at it and make sure and hand it back. You know. And my partners used to tell me, "How in the hell?" I said, "You tell me. I don't know how I remember those." And it wasn't all of them I could remember. It was say I had 40 of them. I could remember maybe 30 of them. The other ones are just blank. There's something that triggered them to make me remember them. But you got 2 ships?
Yep. Got 2 of them, yeah.
What were the names?
Ship 1 and ship 2.
That'll work. That's
The
okay.
first one was Paula shot me 3 times. The other one
First
Paula
one
shot me
was
50
Herbert
times.
C. Jackson. The second one was the Dorothy Ann.
Yeah, you've done them both about 20 times. Huh? Justin said, "Paul doesn't care. I'm leaving."
What happened? What's the matter with him?
He said, "Paul just got up and left. I'm gonna leave too. Bye." Yeah, Edward, hey, what's up? And then you got TJ just sitting at home drinking his beer, drinking his tea or coffee, whatever it's gonna be today, probably coffee, and eating his Cheerio. Brenda has not come in the chat. She must be playing golf. Edward,
I don't know what the weather's like down there in Florida.
Hot.
I know it's cold here. It's 66 degrees here.
Paul, Florida, it's hot. Okay.
It's always
Same all the time. Only time it's not hot is when a hurricane's hitting it. And then after the hurricane leaves, it's hot and muggy. It's hotter and muggy because you have no air conditioner. My daughter-in-law was talking about coming down earlier because of that storm going that way.
Yeah.
But it's going to brush the Outer Banks. She needs to stay there till after to make sure the house is fine. But she don't need to be there. My son could take care of that. My other one. And then they ready for this? Remember I told you the ship's back in the port, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 other ones going the same way, coming in right behind it. So are they gonna keep them in port the whole time? It could.
Would
They
you
could
want
be
to
in
go
port
out there?
for 3 weeks?
Would you want to go out there?
No,
No.
I wouldn't. I've been in the Gulf of Mexico. You ready for this? Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America. When we were we fished, we used to go out Furthest we ever went out was 22 miles. And we were out about 17 miles. And if you look to any of the horizons and you see a dark spot coming, like clouds, you can start heading in. Just start
Really?
heading in. Because no matter where you're at, start heading in because it's a chance you need to be in. And we were coming back. We had a Chris Craft, which is it was a cabin cruiser, wooden cabin cruiser. And this cabin cruiser was 28 feet, maybe. I can't remember. Might have been 35 feet. Big boat. And it was me, my cousin, and my uncle. And we're 17 miles out, and we looked to the east, and this stuff's coming in. And my cousin says, "Let's go. We're going home." So we're talking about a 1 foot seat, just a little bit of rock. Within an hour, we were in 4 to 6 foot
Wow.
with this thing. Now we're only about 9 miles out now, coming in. And we're starting, and my uncle, as soon as it gets wavy, he goes into the cabin. He's done. He ain't staying outside. And we're hitting these things. It's coming up and coming down, hitting these things. And every once in a while, we catch a big one and hit it hard. And the rain started and everything else, and we're sitting in the back trying to get this boat in. And my cousin, he's working off a compass. That's all he's doing. And he's got this thing wide open to get home. You know, so it went up to about 4 to 6 foot. That's what we were hitting. And all of a sudden, my uncle comes out and hands us both life preservers and said, "Put these on." And we put them on. I said, "Why?" He said, "Because we're about to be in the water." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Look, I looked in the cabin, water in the cabin. It had cracked the hull." So we're about 9 miles out. We calling into the Coast Guard a Mayday. You know, where we're at, coordinates, where we're at, because my cousin's got it all on the thing and everything. And that water's coming in. But the Chris Craft, the good part about it is when it will not sink. It can fill up with water, but it will not sink. And that sucker was full of water when the Coast Guard got there. And we were about a foot off the water. Every once in a while, waves were flying over us. But it didn't sink, and we were in there. We were fine. But they had to come pick us up. And I tell you, I didn't want to be out there. It was terrible.
I had to
I
feed
went-
your buddies.
Yeah,
The squirrels.
the rats.
They love their Uncle Joe.
They're not related. Got a little scratchy mic again.
In fact, I had to put that in my my will that if anything happens to me, send the squirrels to Uncle Joe.
Yeah, I need some jambalaya meat.
Because he'll take good care of them.
Yeah, I'll take good care of them. They're gonna taste good. They have a little nutty taste because of the peanuts.
Yeah, the peanuts.
Probably feed them. You probably feed them so many peanuts that if somebody ate one of those with a peanut allergy, they'd have a farm.
Could be.
Hey Ziggy, what's 140 times 28?
140 times 28 is 3,920.
That's about how much money you waste on squirrels. $3,920, Paul, a year.
How much money you waste on your dogs?
Well, I don't waste on my dogs. Dogs are different.
Why?
Squirrels are rats. Squirrels are rats.
Dogs are still an animal.
No, it's a big difference. A dog is a domesticated animal. A squirrel is a freaking rat. Open your door and let those squirrels in. and grab one, see what it's gonna do you.
They love me.
Yeah, they love you, all right.
What are you eating, Paul?
So what did you do different that got the scratchy mic?
Yeah, that mic is terrible.
It was working perfect a minute ago. Might be something that he turns on or something he's doing on a program that's making that mic do that. And I got a feeling my son eventually gonna be out there rocking and rolling in that boat.
To make sure that they show up today. Last night, State Rep. got a call from Vice President Tom.
Home health is coming this morning.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. She said she'd be here between 9:30 and 10:30. She ain't said nothing yet.
They've been challenging throw down before issues determinations. They'll see if that's your
And the Democrats continue to struggle with strategy and direction after 2024's election loss. DNC Chair Ken Martin is defending the party, rejecting the idea that Democrats aren't doing enough to fight Republicans and the Trump administration, adding it's time for them to throw out the whole.
You have a fascist in the White House. That requires us. We cannot be the only one. Now, used to have democracy and protect all of us in this country. Make this anymore. We got a program. We cannot be the only one. That's why I said this isn't your grandfather.
What about drum pictures from the family?
Ken Martin, he's been on this show. It doesn't look like that here. He's more reasonable around it, but it's there, and I think that they get into these bubbles that put themselves in upset.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. They do get into these bubbles, and they start here the chamber, and then they start kind of believing in stuff that they're saying. And when you listen to that, I don't know, unless he's talking about the Constitution, when he sits here and tries to play President of the past, and he does not, we sort of have actually very peaceful. It did work out. People aren't buying that. They're stuck in that echo chamber problem. I think they start sort of believing it. The real problem is that you know, they don't feel like they're very victory there, or they're taking a stand. They feel good about it. They get all they get all the but the problem for them is not reaching out past that result.
Coca-Cola is taking some of my pictures and wrapping all of the locker rooms and stuff like that with my pictures at the school.
Really?
Yeah, and then this new complex. I've already been told this new complex. When they do it, Coke's gonna come in and they're gonna wrap all the walls. And it's gonna be all my pictures I shoot. It's like $30 million complex they're doing. So when you walk in there and see pictures, it's all mine. That's a shame, man. Out in New Orleans East, they got video of him walking down the middle of the street Looked like he's just got a pair of underwear or a diaper on or something. That's what it looked like. And he's just walking down the middle of the street, hands flailing all over the place. And they called the police to come find him, and they said it took them a couple of hours to get there for some reason. And they're still looking for him. And right down the street from where he walked away is a big swampy area. So now what they're doing is they're searching the swampy area for him. And they're saying the police took too long to get out there. You got airboats and everything out there, drones, everything looking. That's a shame.
Yeah, but that doesn't preclude that he got picked up.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the evidence they have is showing them going towards that area. They may have walked out there, and the gators out there too. One of them could have got him. I mean, Bayou Sauvage area. I saw a 14-foot gator out there. So if he's walking along, they got a 14-foot gator out there. Grab him in a minute. No.
I can't figure out what the hell's the matter with his microphone.
Like I said, it was working perfect until you got here.
They've got a huge problem on their hands, especially with demographic shifts to the south. So we'll continue to watch it. See what happens. Thanks, Charlie. Great to see you.
It's weird. Hey, Mark, how's it going?
What's up?
Was that
Most of
bleed
the-
over on your marine radio, Paul?
What's that?
Was that some bleed over on your radio then?
No, it's Lance's microphone issue again.
All
It's
right.
back.
Got back from the hospital for taking me dad for his pre-op.
How'd that go?
Okay. We were in for about 5 minutes and they put him back on the waiting list he was on when he broke his hip. He was due to have his left knee done 3 days after he broke his hip. So because they had to do his hip, they couldn't do his knee. So now they've got to sort out a new date for his knee.
Wow.
So you left him at the hospital or what?
No, he's back home now.
Back home, okay. Can he not walk? Is that bad? How bad the knee is, or does he need to use a walker, or what?
Yeah, he uses a walker, but he's got a couple of crutches and he struggled on them. And we got a wheelchair at the hospital and wheeled him to his appointment. It was easy. But we were like an hour early. So he was seen a lot earlier than he should have, than his appointment was. And we were actually home before his time for his appointment.
Giggles is here. I don't know where he is. Is he working today?
I have no idea.
I think so.
Mr. Giggles. Joe, you still having to do paperwork?
Yeah, I still got to put all the varsity pictures in.
Oh,
Yeah, it's from here to there, and all of those.
wow. That'll take
Like-
you all day.
Nah, about 2 hours. 2 hours of concentration. Let's put it that way. Well, I'm not doing it right now.
So about 4 hours then.
No. No, it's like I got them in number sequence, and the same thing on here. So I go to the first guy, Dominic, and it's a B package. So all I got to do is put the two of the 4x7, two of the first package in, and then one button. See, that's done. That's the first one's done. That's how easy it is to do it. But then I go back and look and make sure I got the numbers right. I go into the card each time and double check, make sure I hit the numbers right. Then I go back and put the next one in. And I put a little line next to it to know I put it in there. And then when they come in, I take the highlighter and highlight them as I do them. No, I got them.
Yeah.
And like the first number was 0. Second person that bought it is what you call it, number 8.
Mhm. You have it all on a spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's all on the spreadsheet.
You just click on the box and change the color of the box rather than use
But
paper.
I'd rather work on the paper.
Yeah.
That way I go on the paper and I just put my little check mark, put the paper away. When it comes in, I put the paper somewhere and double check it. Then I throw the paper away. I don't have to worry about the spreadsheet.
Mm.
But all I need on this is just the packages and what they got, right? Whereas on the spreadsheet, normal spreadsheet, I got all the pricing and everything. I just pull this part off, A through G, and it goes, shoot, probably to L. Maybe further than that. Oh, that's the other thing I do. Double check something. The other thing I do here is I got to do this with this one. That's why it's going to take a little more time. I pull the varsity roster up and the JV roster up. And then I look at these things as I go. Like the first guy I did was 0, right?
Mhm.
He's on the JV roster. So what I got to do next to him is put JV.
Uh-huh.
So that's the picture he's going to get.
That's how you got it sorted, huh?
That's how I got to sort that one. Because he's not on varsity, he's JV. So next to his name, I'll have JV. So when I go through to do the pictures, I know how many JV pictures I need, how many varsity pictures I need. Not worth messing it up, you know? And then I also double check to make sure I got the name right. Like this guy here is varsity. The wide receiver, sophomore. Just double check. Always double check. You know, especially when I'm doing these, I check the names, make sure I didn't misspell something and missed it. That's why it takes a little bit longer to do.
Things there. That's good. Okay, pick that up in my way.
And once I get into a roll, it goes fast. Did his button. 112. And there's trading cards. Jack Rogers 8. And what burns me up is when I'm doing a trading card, I got the number in the corner in the bottom. If I make a mistake and forget to change the number, I gotta go back and fix the freaking card. I do that every once in a while.
So when they play on two different squads, do they have different numbers on each one?
Sometimes I got to get with the coach and get all the JV numbers if they're not wearing the same number. So when I put it on my list, I've got in a JV game, I got them listed with a different number. Then I got the second one done, but I had to do it that way because I had about 5 things to put in it. Little East stuff. These are East varsity. That's JV. You JV too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It might be easier just before I put them in, go through the roster and put JV on all of them.
It's not too bad, but
East up as a B package. Paul editing and me putting pictures in. Going good, small. Tristan Thibodeau. I like the button, the new format I did on the button. I just pop the picture in, I don't have to do anything but pull it straight down till it locks. Saves me a lot of times of getting it organized. Tristan Thibodeau is done. I know he's JV. The next guy may be out for the season. He hurt his ACL the other day.
Mm.
That's gonna suck if he is.
So if he's out for the season, does that mean you've got to give a refund because you won't get any pictures of him?
No, he'll get his pictures, but he didn't sign up for the season package.
All right.
I've only had, I think, 2 people that have had to refund it all. And that's over all the years.
Mhm.
And one of them got hurt in the middle of the season. And the mom said, don't worry about it, just keep it. Like that. And I said, well, I'll give you a discount next year. She goes, don't worry about it. She goes, because you got a lot of pictures up until he got hurt. Like that.
Uh-huh.
Then I had another one last year. Court. He was out after the first game. And I told the mom, I said, let me send you your money back. And she said, no, don't worry about it. He's going to be on the sideline on a scooter. It was his ankle. And just do me a favor. Whenever he's out with the team, get pictures of him. 'Cause I want to document it even though he's hurt.
Yeah.
So he probably got about 300 pictures still. And he played the last 3 games. And I got him starting, playing, and everything. So the
Wow.
mom told me, she said she loved the way it was. It was documented really good, you know. Because he was with his friends. He'd run out when they were having a huddle out in the field. He'd bring the scoot out there and get in the huddle and talk and listen to it. And then he'd come back. So it was pretty good, you know.
Mm.
If I saw him anywhere near them, like the coaches, I made sure I got pictures.
Mm.
Sounds like you had it covered pretty good.
And I had to, you know. It was only $150, you know. If I gave it back, it was $150, big deal. You know, but I got 2 16s. Where is he at? I don't see him. I don't see him. Why I don't see him? See, this is what slows me up when I got to go back and look.
Mm.
I don't know why he's not in there. We go to the vote. I probably forgot to have 2 16s, and I probably didn't put him in there, not thinking about it. See, that's one thing that burned me with the coach. We had about 5 people that wore the same number that'll be wearing that number in JV. So the varsity player would wear it, then they'd switch it out, and because they're wearing the same freaking uniform. Usually it's JV uniforms, like might not have the stripe on the sleeve, but they got enough uniforms that they're wearing them for both. I told him, I said, do me a favor, at least change something on it, you know. In the jersey, just make the jersey different.
Yeah.
Or make them wear different coloured trousers for each.
Now, I know I took the kid's picture. I don't see him. Let's try something. I wonder if I took him at a later date. You know, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember writing this kid's name down. It's a $20 package, a little package. See, this is why I got to do it. Concentrate. I got to stop.
Hmm.
And then I got to look through pictures and make sure I'm not missing a name. You know.
Well, we don't want to disturb you. If you want us
No,
to
no, we're
close
good.
it down, I can close it
We're
down.
good. Because like I
Okay.
said, I'm locked into what I'm doing. I'm good.
Okay,
I
good.
just need to try to figure out. I'm gonna go to the makeup day. Maybe I shot him on a makeup day. If I didn't shoot him on a makeup day, I have to go back and look at the disc, all the raw files, and see what I just skipped over them. So I could have done that. That has happened.
All day here in Washington. People think that there's going to be a breakthrough in the war in Ukraine. Leaders scrambling to get here in order to prevent a breakdown. Here's Starmer and 7 world leaders coming here.
Yeah, he's not in the makeup day. So I bet you I skipped over him because he's 16. I probably got the first 16 and left the last one off. All right. Got him out.
Thank you for your company.
Mom probably sent an envelope in. Usually they tell me I don't see his picture. So I'm just missing it. It's somewhere. I bet you it's a different number.
Brighter the further northwest, cloudier the further southeast, but what is this?
Okay, it's not the makeup day, so let's do this.
Out as we head through dangerously past
Go
police.
to picture day.
Looked in an operation to crack down on exactly this kind of behaviour. Seen but hardly believe what they've just witnessed.
Persons what would appear to be a young male on a motocross bike, which is not road legal, riding a bottom road. He's obviously seen us, taking an opportunity to show off, on a better word.
There's the first 16.
Traffic up and down the streets. Trying to get a reaction. Balaclava, so difficult to get his identity, but also from a safety point of view, he's not wearing any PPE, so the dangerous nature he's riding, he's putting a real risk for himself, also the road users as well, with the way he's riding, completely unacceptable. But fortunate officers we've got here today, we've got our drone with us as well, so looking to get that put up.
I'm going through my raw files. I don't see a second 16.
That they had
How much you want to bet this kid didn't take a picture?
You think so?
Ain't it? I bet you. I guarantee you.
Showing the vehicle.
Let's put it in the list view. Let's go that way. I can see the name. Kingsley Hunt. 80, number 80. He's not 16. He's 16 on the roster. Now let's go back and see something here. To go on the varsity roster. He's on the varsity as number 80. You see, that's what I'm talking about. I got him as 16, but he's 80 on the roster.
Okay. So you can just change that, right?
Yeah. No, I got him as 80, so the picture's right. The picture's not an issue.
But it's the title.
It's only on my paperwork. It's wrong.
Hmm.
You see, that's why I take my time and go through them. So when I know I get that last one in there, I've gone over them so meticulously like that. I know I don't have to go back and look. I know they're right. Now, when I used to go back and look and check them the second time, that's when I made mistakes.
Mm.
So Kingsley Hunt, I'm gonna put him in now. I'm going to go find 80. There he is. So he's a little small package. So I'll put him in now. So I'll keep him in order on my paperwork, you know what I mean? Because that's how the pictures will come back to me in order, and I go down the list and just boop, boop, pop them in. Even though he's number 80, I'd rather keep him that way. Okay, that's done. But we'll leave him. He's number 80. And he is varsity.
You just put a note on your spreadsheet to say that he's actually number 18.
Yeah, I just put 80 and I had JV on there, so I'll scratch JV out. And just, that's what I like about the pencil and paper, or the pen and paper, because I could change it, that and not worry about it.
Mm.
And then I'll go back and I don't even have to worry about it on the other sheet, you know, on the spreadsheet. I went 16, 17, and usually if I got the double numbers, they'll be together. Well, I knew it had to be something unique on this. Mason Johnson. Seventeen is Caleb, and Mason Johnson is definite JV. Lake is healing good. Almost 100%. And my buddy from the Marine Corps just asked me how my leg was doing.
Well, you have to go
On
back.
her way.
Oh, he's got the living room.
Door was open, just not.
I'll let against it. Well, he won't be able to watch
Knock.
telly. Telly's in his bedrooms.
Yeah, home health is on her way.
Are they?
Well, it's better
Yeah.
to be up there.
Cheap.
Isn't it? Mhm.
I'll put him in. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one kid, and then I'm gonna stop. So I don't mess it up, yeah.
Could have put some different pants in the hall. He said he couldn't find his up there. He shouldn't have one there. He was in so much something.
Boone's going crazy. They're out in the schoolyard mowing the lawn. They're going right behind my fence.
Really? He said 8x10 didn't go in it.
Well, he did that last time they mowed it, didn't he?
Yep. Every time they mow it, he goes crazy.
They done mine today.
He doesn't like the loud noise of the lawnmower. You know, because it's a big zero turn.
Cut it, trim it, and beef man comes around and blows it all out.
Well, I think I'm going to close her down.
Okay.
Everybody, hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time. Until then, stay safe, be good. We'll see you at 5.
Later.
Bye.
See you later.